Shout out to Caressa McKnight for sending me this story. And as you can see by the thumbnail, by the image, that we are talking about the Chicago PD, one of the most corrupt police departments in the establishment. And this one right here is corrupt, but not shocking at the same time, because this is something out of their playbook that they've been doing for quite some time. So you have this cop by the name of Darius Alexander. I tried to find his image, but I could not find it, who was just recently fired from his position as a police officer. The reason he was fired is because he was recorded secretly, and didn't even know, by some teenagers in which he tried to solicit sex from them. And they were minors. Of course, they were teenagers, so they are minors. I believe they were 17. Let me go ahead and read this article. A Chicago police officer who allegedly asked a 17-year-old girl for sex in return for getting her mother's car impounded, released by the city, has been fired. The Chicago Tribune reports that the city police board agreed with Superintendent Eddie Johnson's recommendation to fire Officer Darius Alexander in a 9-0 vote after hearing conversations secretly recorded by the teen that confirmed Alexander was soliciting her and her friend for sex. In firing Alexander, the board criticized the police department for taking more than 6 years to bring disciplinary charges against Alexander. Wait a minute. So that sounds like this guy has a history of doing fucked up shit. But are we surprised? Police spokesman Anthony Guglimley, I can't pronounce his last name, and called the delay inexcusable and indefensible. He said the department has implemented a comprehensive electronic case management system that will speed the process up by allowing supervisors to monitor such investigations in real time. And I think that's very interesting that they mentioned that part, because if you know Eddie Johnson, he's the one that was gung-ho on trying to get Jussie Smollett for the incidents that happened back in January. Now, he stayed firmly on that, and that just happened this year. But this cop, Darius Alexander, had disciplinary cases against him for 6 years, and they're just now firing him. That shows you where Eddie Johnson decided to put his attention to. And same with that damn Rahm Emanuel, because at the time he was still the mayor. But we know what was going on around 6 years ago as well, or roughly around that time. Let's see. His name is, Laquan McDonald. It may not have been 6 years ago, but it was around that range. And we know what Rahm Emanuel, and if Eddie Johnson was the superintendent at that time, what was going on with that. They was too busy protecting Jason Van Dyke, so it doesn't surprise me they were protecting this Darius Alexander as well. I wonder what he has on his record dating back 6 years. Because if they have something like a file on him, then this isn't his first time doing something like this, or worse. But shout out to the girl for recording him in the conversation that they were having. But this happens all too often, where you have the cop try to take advantage of some young girls or even grown women and say, if you have sex with me, then I'll get rid of this ticket. Or if you have sex with me, I will, in this case, release your mother's impounded car. If you have sex with me, I won't take you to jail. Look at what happened with Dirty Dick Danny, aka Daniel Holtzclaw, down in Oklahoma, and what he did. Only difference is, I don't think he asked them women for sex. He forced it. He practically raped those women. And he basically said, no one will believe you because of the position that you're in. And now look at where he's at, doing over 200 plus years in jail. And that raggedy bitch, Michelle Malkin, is probably his one and only cheerleader. But y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.